Hey, welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really cute dogs. I'm hearing some feedback. It's coming from my laptop. Anyways, I hope everyone had a great day. If you just found me and I'm not live, skip to the end for the free collective message. I always try to do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who maybe comes by, gets a reading, doesn't get a reading, maybe finds me when I'm not live on the Chammy. If there's any good spirits that want to come and hang out with us tonight, I'm going to put the room pot on so that you know that you can get in touch with us. Please let me know if you'd like me to turn the spirit box on.
Bluetooth already open. Or Bluetooth connection.
Excuse me. Oh, that's really, usually it doesn't stay on that long after I've reset it. Okay, I guess I will turn the spirit box on since it seems that you maybe have something to say to us on it. So strange. Interesting. Well, it's always good to know that you're here, Spirit. I also have, are the kid toys on?
Now in SB7 mode. Maximum volume.
Sorry, I can't read the chat. I need to get on the chat. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Hey, Spirit. What's your name? Hey, Molly. My phone's like, my name is Siri. I'm mononymic, like Prince, or Stonehenge, or Skittles. It's so cute. Excuse me. Hey, private name. Welcome back. I'm going to go turn the tea kettle on. I'll be right back. It's a wedge. Oh, what? That's such a funny question. Why do you think that's funny? So it's a puppy. Do you like the puppy spirit? She needs a mani-pedi. Spirit, what's your name? Can you tell me what your name is, Spirit? I would love to know what your name is or what you like to be called. What's your... Same. The puppy is ready to go 999. She's got her puppy dog Twinkle Eyes on. Spirit, are you here with us now? Hey, welcome back to the Haunted House. Welcome back to the Chammy. I'm doing free yes, no, how wins, as well as $1 per minute tarot card readings and group counseling sessions. Everything you need to know is in the description. At least it should be. I hope it is. Hello. What's your name? How many spirits are there? Spirit, can you see us? No. Okay. Can you hear me? Obviously you can hear me, right? Are you being sassy, Spirit? If you're being sassy, touch the REM pod. How can I help you? How can we help you tonight? Can you show us? Can you show us your presence? Can you show us your presence? No. Can you manipulate electronic objects? Are you here now? Yeah, don't make her use her dark side. Fight? No, we don't want to fight. Are you in a fight, Spirit? How many other spirits are there now? 10? Did it say 10? But yeah, to answer your question, am I a witch? No, it literally says Cupid's Secretary. I'm Cupid's Secretary. A witch? That's a good question, but let's keep it down to earth here. It literally says Cupid's Secretary on the title. Hi, Middle Rain. Hey, Madeline. Did you guys have a good day? Will you hear from Derek? Let me find out. I'm going to put Gypsy on the couch with her mommy doggy. Be right back. Okay, Madeline, let's find out what you need to know, sweetheart. You thought you saw an upcoming video, but then it disappeared. It was this one. I had made that upcoming video that disappeared accidentally last night and forgotten about it. So I decided to use it tonight just to see if a notification would go out, even if I changed the time and the date. There's also another one that might say upcoming that says this is haunted because that particular live is haunted. I don't know why. It just is really weird and kind of creepy that night. That's the night I had to switch over to the iPad really late. So, a couple of different hauntings today. I think the doppelganger might be in the house. So one person was asleep, but I swear to God I saw them, but yet they were asleep, and they swear up and down they were asleep, and I was like, okay then, let's just agree that it possibly is in the house tonight. And also, the TV kept changing channels on its own today. Has anybody ever experienced that? Did the spirit box just say frequently? What? Someone asked if I had big titties. Did the spirit box just answer and say no? Spirit, you're funny. Madeline, I'm sorry. I apologize and I'm fantastic. I'm back. Spirit, I'm calling for Madeline's most strongest and trusted spirit guides in regards to her question about Derek. Yes or no, Spirit? So, I've got a yes and a no card here. And I'm willing to share them with you if you've got a little bit of time for me to read them out. You've got yes and no in regards to Derek about him reaching out. You have to read what they say real quick to you. Unprecedented joy and happiness, intense inspiration. Visit you in the whirlpool of events coming to you as a result of high frequency. Let me turn them down. Could you just try not to talk over me, please, for just a second? Thank you. Combined with a favorable set of circumstances, you are directed towards a different path in life. Those who underestimate you will be in for a shock. You know, I feel like you've gotten this card before. The no one says new discoveries will affect the final result. Knowledge is power, but fate is fate. Like, what is your inner compass, your inner voice of your heart, your thoughts, feelings, saying about your communication? Not just like physically one-on-one, but even maybe etherically, telepathically. So yet your desire to safely achieve a favorable result can still pilot you down a successful path. So Spirit's saying in the no card to have faith, but Spirit's saying in the yes card, those who underestimate you will. I think that yes and no. I think you guys might communicate a little bit more spiritually, maybe etherically, maybe even cryptically right now. But soon you will communicate face to face. Simple yet picturesque, but from now into the next 2 to 3 weeks, you find inspiration from a warm, optimistic worldview of the art and nature surrounding you. The connection between each is real, and you've never felt that more than now. The time of uncertainty fades. Events get briefly out of your control for a few weeks, but don't start to feel despair. Like, I think that's already happening. I think things have maybe gotten a little bit out of hand for you, but I feel like what Spirit is saying is that there will be some warm, optimistic inspiration coming in regards to what the next step is to take with this person in your communication, in your connection, because I mean, the connection between you both is very real. And you know that to be true. And you probably never felt it more than now. But, you know, what action are you taking towards it? But Spirit is definitely saying in your how and when, you know, to objectively take the best path that feels, you know, right for you, and you know you'll end up on top of the situation sooner than later. So the next couple weeks is you will probably hear from him, but will you hear from him today? I'm not so sure, but will you hear from him in the not too distant future? Sure, yeah. Well, you can just read the description. Nothing. Excuse me. Find random shows. I'm just gonna go make a cup of tea real quick. It won't take long. It's okay, Bobble. Take your time. Everything you need to know is in the description. No e-checks, no refunds, super chats, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App only. I'm just gonna catch up in the chat. And take my shoes off. Hey Spirit, welcome back. What's your name? I'm gonna just catch up here in chat. No. Well, I haven't asked a question yet, Spirit, but hey, thanks so much for your donation. I appreciate that. What are your questions, dear? Yes, you did it correctly, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't do exam questions, but I'll just see what you need to know about your career, if that's okay with you, but I don't do refunds. This is why it's so important to read the description. Seeing the Spirit's like, yes. So, if you're not reading in between the lines carefully, how are you going to do your job as a lawyer? I mean, you literally missed that I don't do certain questions because they're against my ethics. So why is it against my ethics to do an exam past question. Well, the same reason it is to do a legal financial one, or a health one, or a pregnancy one, or a cheating question, or a sex question. Because it's just like, you know, you are the beautiful creator of your journey. You have either you're either successful at you've already passed it. I'm not really sure why you're questioning. Maybe because you have failed it in the past. You know what? Getting monetized on YouTube is harder than passing the bar. You'll be fine. But let's do a reading for you anyways. Just so you know. The spirit, I'm calling forth Bobbledinger's most strongest and most trusted spirit guides. They want to know what's going on in regards to the career and what they need to know about it in the not too distant future. And what is the most important thing right now they need to know about this? Is this seems to be something that's very important to them, something that they've worked very hard for. So you have a choice to make. What is that choice? Well, just take a hold of everything that you've been through to get to the point where you are in your life, in your career. The choices you have made, you're on the right path. Just make sure that you are focusing in on what is the most important thing right now, which is, you know that you've done your best. If you've done your best, then how can you fail? You see what I mean? You got the Lovers and the Hermit card. So Lovers isn't always about love and romance, but it is very much about making a choice. And you have made a successful choice in what you're doing. Oh, maybe you get a little bit isolated. You get a little bit more, you know, searching for the answers when they're all here within your heart. Oh, I'm just looking at the timer. So I'm just going to put down a few more cards and see what you need to know. We've got about 5 minutes. Bobble, if you have any other questions that you want to ask about love, life, family, career, soulmate, twin flame, I do sexual magical tarot card readings, but they're $15, and it's kind of like a secret menu item, so I'll tell you about them now. Nobody ever buys them, whether I advertise them or not, though. But, you know, I don't do specific questions because I just, you know, I want people to take action for themselves. You know, I want people to, like, instead of asking me if their partner's cheating, maybe that's something you should ask your partner. If someone's asking me, like, oh, did so-and-so, I don't know, get pregnant, like, you know what I mean? Like, just ask them. Okay. Don't give up on love. Love conquers all. Look how far you've come. Spirit, what does Bobbledanger need to know about their love life? And don't worry about me using your username, because Spirit knows who you are. Spirit doesn't need to know your name. Spirit doesn't need to know your birthday. Spirit doesn't need all your private information. It already knows. What does she need to know about her love life? She said she gave up on her love life. Yeah, it's difficult for you to trust as you go through the ups and downs of life. But we're going to clarify it in the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon card, which can be very much about showing, that many of the choices you have made during the ups and downs have come from maybe feeling in the lack thereof during the cycles of your life where maybe you felt like you didn't have the emotional support you needed or couldn't seek it out. So therefore it led you to go through many different cycles of the moon where you transgressed, transformed through those ups and downs. Maybe you didn't even know where you were going, but you still came through it. Luck was on your side with that Wheel of Fortune, whether it was up or down. But it's also showing that, you are showing up with... So you are showing up for yourself, though. And you can see that in your career. So others are going to show up for you, too. And despite the situation with Mom, you can have B and do whatever you want. I took care of my disabled mother most of my life growing up, and it didn't stop me from, being a great guitar player and singer. There, I'll just say it. Maybe I'm not the best. Maybe I'll never be Taylor Swift, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that I did something that I love doing. It helps me. It helps others. It's fun. I like it a lot. So you can overcome whatever's going on with... It can be very complicated, though. It takes a small village. So a couple of direct messages from Spirit. You got the Sky Daddy card. But you also have the Kneel Before No One card. And you've got to understand that this means keep looking up, but also stay on your pedestal. And be looking up to the sky. Be looking up to nature. Be looking up to, your creator, your universe, telling you, to stay on your pedestal. There's no... Get all the people who have been failing you, making you feel worthless, making you feel like, hey, sugar, how are you, sweetheart? Making you feel like maybe you can't do it. I'm terrible at math, right? So I failed all kinds of shit growing up. But you know why I was terrible at math? Because I wasn't processing the math the way that the textbook from the 50s thought I should process the math. So I was failing math because I was processing it differently than what the textbook says I should process it. Well, even though the answer is right, you did it wrong because you didn't do it the way that the textbook teaches. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like, there and back again, there is a miracle mile here for you in the not too distant future. It doesn't take long to go around that curve. There is a little bit of a learning curve here for you. My God has spoken. Okay? An eye for an eye will leave us all blind. So you do have this card, though, here to clarify your love life situation. Flight plan. Sometimes things fall apart for better things to come together. A liberated destiny. With release comes freedom, steering faith towards an unwritten future. An infinity mirror. So, what are you reflecting? What is going on here in your heart space? Because that's what you're going to reflect out to people. It's just like when I put my lipstick on, right? I'm putting my lipstick on. You see me putting my lipstick on. Okay, the camera is the mirror, okay? If I was not stood here in front of the mirror, you wouldn't see me put my lipstick on. But because I'm here in front of you, in front of the camera, which we're using as a mirror, you see me reflect it back. That's very much like what I'm talking about. What's going on with it? What's going on with the lipstick on the inside? Is it smeared or what's going on? Because that's going to reflect back to you, to everyone, and especially the feelings that you're having behind those thoughts. So,
Good night.
good night, Frank and Daddy. I love you. I'm so glad I can help you, Bobbleganger. Oh my God, Dangler, and I'm dealing with a doppelganger poltergeist in the house, which is not a bad. It's not a bad poltergeist. Nothing scary like the movie. It's not. That hasn't been in a long time. But I was saying earlier that we had an experience where we saw someone in the house who wouldn't be there because they were sleeping. Like, they wouldn't even be there. They shouldn't. Like, it was just weird. And we've had this where we thought we'd seen each other in the house, but we didn't really see each other in the house. It was a doppelganger poltergeist. Which other people in the neighborhood have talked about, and we have never talked about the doppelganger poltergeist until others brought it up first. Yeah, and the TV channel changing. Like, my dad was watching some old cowboy movie, and it turned to, I guess it turned to Roseanne, or something like that on the channel. I guess this ghost wanted to watch Roseanne. But not the one from the 90s, like the one that was, like, more recently in the last decade. Thank you so much, Bobbledanger. That's going to help feed a prisoner of war in Moscow, Russia, a salad. I do really appreciate that. Thank you. Let me catch up with chat here. Is it possible the readings are showing two different paths because in one reality it is Star, but in another it's Rebecca? I don't know. I'll get there in a minute. I mean, nothing really has a meaning until you give it a meaning. So when you say that, it's like your intuitive insight is reaching into the readings you've had to put your own dash on it, which is just perfectly fine and wonderful and intuitive, and shows me, Rain, that you're using your inner compass better now than you ever were in the past. Sugar, my shoulder's killing me, and I'm feeling horrible about my friendship and got heated on by my superior at work. But other than that, all good. Oh my God, your shoulder's killing you too? Oh, thank you so much, Bubble Danger. Please stay in touch and keep me updated about your exam. And just to give you some comfort, getting monetized on YouTube is more difficult than passing the bar. And other lawyers that have literally said that, okay? So. Sorry, my throat is really dry tonight because all I do is talk. Thank you so much for your subscription as well. Bob will keep me updated. I'm here for you. Sugar, you're going to feel better soon, sweetheart. Just take like a hot bath. It's going to make you feel better, I promise. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, keep me updated. Let me know how it goes. Okay, gonna go ahead and scroll back up again and read what I missed. Molly's right. Just we want to find someone who values you. Spirit box just said, yep. Did it just say but? Spirit, what's your name? What do you like to be called? Hey, Spirit. There you are. Welcome back. Are you French, Spirit? Can you understand anything that I'm saying? Welcome back to the jammy. I think I'm gonna go to bed, actually. If anybody wants to get a yes or no question or get a paid reading, let me know, because I'm gonna just ask the spirit box a few more questions and then peace out, because it's super late here. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and work. Hey Mel Rain, welcome back. Sure. What's your yes or no, dear? We have a successful work week again. Sure, I can ask about your work week. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most strongest and trusted spirit guides. What does Metal Rain need to know about their successful work week? Will they have another successful work week this coming week? What do you need to know about that, Spirit? Okay, Spirit says no. Let me read it to you, because there might be an underlying message to this no. A whirlwind of events invites chaos. Fortunately, the illusory nature of the situation quickly dissipates. It is replaced by an invigorating sense of hope, an inspiring sense of inviolability, an invulnerable sense of confidence. Troubles and obstacles strengthen you. So I feel like the card's saying, no, you might not have a very successful work week if you stay in that frame of mind that troubles and obstacles weaken you. But if you stay in the idea that you will have a good work week, you know, whether the card says yes or no, that's just right there going to strengthen you to begin with. Sounds like you might get into a little bit of chaos. It could just be in your own mind, though, this week. Wind, whirlwind. Wind is associated with swords, suit. So when you think about the sword suit, you think about even the Justice card, which has that sword in it. It's all about mental clarity. So this week you might be like real in your head. So find some creative ways to get outside of the box, the noggin box. Spirit, what does Mental Rain need to know about how and when regarding the work week? So this week you're going to see the end of some stagnation coming up in the not too distant future. This is time for radical changes. So you're going through definitely some radical changes, but definitely all for the better. So withstanding any difficulty allows for radically new ideas to materialize. But, you know, just remember, the only thing that's scarier than new ideas is old ones. So, you know, give yourself a break. And keep telling yourself you are going to have a good week. You're going to have a week better than last week. And help you make it through the night. And you'll see the change from within, feeling it more deeply, that which you desire, than if you were to just be like, well, it looks like this, it's the color purple, and that's all it is. Purple is not red and blue or white or any other color than purple. You see what I mean? Excuse me. Awesome. I'm so glad to know that it's picking up though. I don't really think that you're here to have a real conversation with us, the official ambassador of the mulatto race. So, but I'll give you a chance to have a real conversation with us before I hide you from the channel. Choose wisely, Busha. No, this is not Cards Against Humanity here. This is... Yes, sugar, you can get a reading, sweetheart. That's a way to go. I remember that too now. Yes, I remember that too. That was so fucking funny. Part of my French YouTube teaching Bible studies. Lordy. Lord have mercy. Freak. Did the spirit box just say freak? But yes, sugar, you can have a reading, sweetheart. That was a really fun night. I'm really glad that Molly came out from Texas to hang out. Should you care about having a partner? Well, life is short. Of course you want to find someone that you'd like to share it with. think everybody does. But also, there's nothing wrong with not caring about having a partner. Some people don't care to have a partner because, you know, they have their own issues and they're just not comfortable with it, or maybe they don't have the capability to love the way some other people do, which is also, I mean, I think everybody loves in their own way, but some people just know that it's not for them. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I think you do care about it, or you wouldn't ask about it. I mean, I have a friend who's absolutely batshit crazy, and he does not want to be in a relationship. He does not want to be physically active with anybody like that either, and does not want to have children. But that's also been brought on by years and years of abuse from his own family. So, and where this person finds their solace, okay, is being able to be creative through creating online. But still, as a creator, they don't, you know, they still have, you know, no care or want or need to, you know, get a partner, have a partner, keep a partner. So I don't think it's for everybody. Although it should be for everybody. It does that to everyone. But yes, Sugar, you can get a reading. I'll be right back. Well, I just like, as I was walking back from the kitchen, I like had scrolled through some of the other lives. There's some weird shit going on YouTube lives. Like usually when I'm on the laptop or desktop doing a live, you know, I'm just there in the tarot lives. You know, I go search live and I'm not there. But now it's like there's some girl and she's making these weird noises with her mouth and doing these weird things with her hands. It sounds quite disgusting. She has like 150 viewers. There's somebody else who, I don't know, they scared the hell out of me. I was like, is that even a person? And they were just going through garbage. Garbage. Hey, Dwayne, welcome back to the Chammy. Okay, let's do your reading, Sugar. How have you been doing? Hope you had a good weekend. It's definitely been an interesting experience for me this weekend, doing the lives. Mobile. Excuse me. I had a good weekend. There were some hauntings today in the house, but it's all good. Let me get the cards out for your reading. Spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar's most trusted and strongest spirit guides to guide me during this reading for her in regards to her questions. I'm glad you got to go to the party. That's awesome. This is so interesting. In regards to his feelings, there's a lot of, he thinks and feels the world about you. You would be someone he would go to for solace, for wisdom, for answers. And even though the other person, on the other hand, this is the one about SV, okay? Even though he feels quite comfortable with that particular partner in the strength card, it's a little bit dead there. And we'll get into that in a minute. As far as the other person is you being the subordinate here. It's almost as if that person feels that maybe you turn your back on your own magic, on your own destiny, like on your own confidence. Like they do feel like you are quite the magician here. They feel like you're good at what you do in this magician card. They have no doubt about that. But in the hermit card, they see your insecurity shine through. And they might even prey a little bit on that vulnerability in this hermit card. wanting to be somebody who challenges you more in your thoughts and your feelings, so that you stop turning, a blind eye to what's important to you, important to, I'm just going through some of the cards I was talking about the person from the first question, in that regards to that mage and that hermit, which we'll clarify in a minute. And so your friend ghosted you because it's, once again, there's something that she's going through. She doesn't have the capacity or the capability to give you a proper response right now. Excuse me. Your friend will come back around, don't worry. Give it some time. Alright, let's start with the first person. The A.L. So they gave you some heat. But in regards to you asking how they feel about you, they really feel that you are the one for this job. You are the one for this promotion. But they do also see and think and feel that you are someone who turns your back on the idea that you are the best at what you do. So, yeah, that scatterbrain thing, they kind of pick up on that. But they also see you as kind of in a way, like a bit of a mad scientist. Because they know that you're very well educated, you're very smart, you're very good at what you do in this magician card. They want to challenge you more in this lantern here, with your communication in the wand that's in his hand and the light that's in his lamp. The hermit is a very stoic character. This person could have been a little bit more being stoic with you and firm with you in regards to feeling as if that's just like what you needed to really get in your power. They see, though, that you might turn your back a little bit on your self-confidence as the magician, as the best at what you do, as, I don't know what happened between you guys, but Spirit obviously does. So when I asked the cards to clarify it, this is only a person that wants to see you do your best, so they're going to give you the best. So whatever happened between you both was obviously what they felt the next right thing was to do. They want to see you financially stable and happy and secure, but they also have a place in their job where it's like, see how he's holding the world in his hands? But just because you might feel like he's holding your world in his hands too. He's not. Mind over matter. I don't feel like this person feels or thinks that you're the wrong one for the position either in that magician card. Well, yeah, I mean, he feels in his way, this is how he sees himself as this emperor. To clarify this energy here in the hermit and the magician. The hermit is a person that likes to put things in order. So the communication that they had with you that you were asking about was this person obviously putting some things in order for themselves in their thoughts and feelings about you. But your specific question was, your specific question was, his thoughts of you now as the his subordinate. Oh, sweetheart, why do you feel like you fucked up? I'm so sorry you feel that way. But when asking how he perceives you in regards to your performance or anything like that, this person feels like you are the best for the job in the magician. All right? But they also feel and think, that you are someone who steps out on yourself in regards to this person might be feeling that, you step out on yourself. Not so much that you are, incapable. So they feel maybe they've got to be a little bit harder on you. Because really in the magician it's showing this is how they see you. Sometimes when someone thinks you're the best, they see you as the best. Sometimes they feel they have to be a little harder on you. For instance, from the time I was 12, 13 years old, I played live music in clubs. Okay? And I would always go with my mom or my dad. It's always been that way, whether I was underage or adult. But every time I would usually go to a songwriter's night. Songwriter's night is like a competition. The best songwriter's going to win at the end of the night. Or, don't worry about the timer. Or they'll pick 3 of the best songwriters, and those 3 songwriters will move on to another competition round with other musicians who are also, right? So I would never get picked. And then years and years and years of this went by, and I finally one day I asked, the owner of the club, the owner of who ran the songwriting nights, I asked them, why is it that this is not happening for me, and what do I have to do to improve myself as an artist, a singer, or a songwriter? And they're like, look, you're the best, and I would pick you every time as number 1. He goes, but my problem is, I'm just not 100% sure that you wrote all these songs by yourself. And that really hurt my feelings, even more than not being ever put on the list to win the competition. When $1,000 songwriting shootout would have changed my life forever, because I could have made a dream come true and could have moved to Nashville sooner. And I really had to, and I've had people tell me I have nothing to offer anyone, not even a man. I've had all this kind of fucked up shit happen to me as a musician and artist, and even in relationships. But you know what? It only made me stronger. It only made me better. And I almost feel like, I know I feel it. Because I'm comparing it to my own situation with my career. Which is, I know yours is just as important as mine is to me. But yeah, it takes a small village. I feel like this person is just being a little bit harder on you because they know you're just the best at what you do. And it's weird too, because like in that magician and in that emperor card, I almost feel like they have something more for you than just like business professional. They want to put things in order with you to make sure that you are capable. But also, they like you. They want to take care of you. They want to make sure you're taken care of. They see you as the best at what you do. They see you as that magician. No, he doesn't want to get you off the team. I don't know if that's just you being insecure, because it happens to the best of us. But I don't really see anything in those 3 cards about getting you off the team. If it was getting you off the team, I think I would be getting cards that were a little bit more negative. I think you'd be seeing more reversals than magicians. Back to SV now, just real quick. So compared to how the comparison to how he feels about you compared to the other one, well, feels the world with you. Feels you're balanced, sweet, kind, beautiful. Have a lot to offer in this world card. Okay? There's something about you that is fresh and fine to them. There's something about you that is like relatable in regards to your values and your concept in life in this world card. With the other person, they feel very comfortable with them. I wouldn't say that, strength is a very romantic card, but there is a lot of strong connection there. But the world is also a very strong connection too. You still have the lion here. You've got this very balanced feeling and energy towards you. Now what's interesting is the clarifying cards. So you've got clarifying card here you got the death card clarifying this connection of what they feel for this other person, but you got the high priestess here. It's almost as if SV looks towards you for some kind of wisdom, some kind of light, some kind of something that they're not really getting over here. This is like a comfortable old shoe. It's just something that it's like over the years he's become a tamed wild horse. And now it's just a lion with not a whole lot of courage in its heart. But whatever's going on with the feelings, it's like, I don't want to say it's, they're not married, so I can't say much about that, but, the death card can mean transformation. Excuse me, but it could also mean that the feelings are not really going anywhere. They're not evolving like this world card. Death is not a very romantic card. He's holding his wand in his hand with his scythe on it. It's like comfortable and sexless. I don't know. I know that sounds terrible, but all right, so the next question. Regarding your friend, I asked about, the friendship here. So yes, she has felt that the next right thing to do is to back off and take a pause in the Hierophant. Okay, but this is also someone who feels that they can come to you if they need, almost like a guru. Kind of also almost the way SV feels about you too in the High Priestess. You do make them happy as a friend, but in the reversals, they just can't make a choice right now. Okay, because something that the sun and the star is showing you here is that something is amiss in her. Something going on with her joy that she's healing. So she's put things on pause. Okay, just a little bit to put herself first. Sorry that you're having to go through that with her, but Spirit, I just want to ask real quick before we close the Spirit portal for Suga. Well, her friend who's ghosted her, who's like going through some things, will she come back around in the not too distant future? Will she come back around in the not too distant future to talk to Suga? What does Sugar need to know about that? Yeah, Sugar, someone's gone feral on you at your job. Someone's gone feral on you at your house. Someone's gone feral on you in your family, whatever. You can turn these things around, love. Okay? I almost feel like it's that card. So, yes, she will come around. Give her some time. Sorry, you can't even read that. Fortune is on your side. An unprecedented rise in vitality awaits you. A second wind brings a phenomenal opportunity for conquering those impossible peaks. There will be a streak of positivity within your day-to-day life. Get ready for everything to turn out incredibly easy and joyful. So you may hear from her from now to the next 3 weeks, from in the next month. Fate rapidly rushes towards you. It removes all obstacles. You are on a big roll with promoting your brilliant ideas. With promoting, wow, interesting. You are. What's that noise? You are basking in the attention and enjoying your incredible sense of invincibility. Just remember, if there's anything in your history that has shown up, that you can rewrite it. And that it's also that no human being is invincible. So, be good to yourself with your thoughts. Okay, she'll be around. You know, but also keep doing what you're doing at the dance class and, you know, whatever activities you're doing to find your fun in, and just taking some time to explore places, people, and things, and the dog is in the pillowcase trying to walk around. Let me go free this poor dog from the pillowcase. I'll be right back. Are you okay? Are you okay? Where are you? What you doing? What you doing, silly? Oh. Come here. Were you trapped in the pillowcase? One time one of the dogs was in the pillowcase and someone came to the door and knocked. It's so funny, like seeing a dog walk around in a pillowcase barking. Okay, all right. Get comfortable. You okay? Did that scare you? It scared me too. Oh. You ready to go night-night? Nose Goblin. Sure, what's your free yes/no question, sweetheart? Excuse me. What made you think that he wanted to get you off the team? Did he tell you that? Down. What the fuck is on? Something's on the front porch. Oh my god, I'm so freaked out. What the fuck? Amen. really, really, really creeps me out really bad. Like, how? How even? Why would that just... There isn't even any wind. How would the plant just roll off the table like that? I'm okay. It's just the house has been incredibly haunted today. So a plant of mine that's sitting out on the table on the porch just got pushed off of the table onto its side. You know, and there's nothing out there. There's nobody out there. There's no wind. There's no reason for it to have... Yeah, there's no reason for it to have just fallen off the table like that. I mean, look at the cameras around the house. It could just have been a deer or a doe or something on the porch trying to eat the plants or something. Excuse me. Yeah, there's like nothing out there. It's just got knocked off the table, but didn't break. Like, I really want to go out there and see what the heck, but what's really creepy is like after noticing the sound out there, like the REM pod went off. It's been incredibly haunted here today. So I think the doppelganger is back. A doppelganger is a poltergeist that will mimic you and mimic others that you might know. It's like a mimic. I've never had too many problems with it, but I also don't know what other people in the neighborhood might be doing to conjure it up. We don't talk about it with the neighbors, but there have been neighbors that brought it up recently, especially the person who does the ghost tour now. And I never thought I'd ever hear that from anybody else about the poltergeist, but even the neighbors across the street have experienced it. I don't really know what the hell that was out there, but it's pretty strange and uncomfortable. So he typed a very long message in group chat accusing me of kicking my problem to him so he can solve it for me. Okay, you want to know if DD is attracted to you? Spirit, what does Sugar need to know about that? Is DD attracted to Sugar? And what does she need to know about that? Spirit says yes. Yes, they are attracted to you. Fate leads you a hand by providing you with the most favorable circumstances. These include good luck in your affairs and a chance to improve your situations. In the most unexpected way, there will be success, but not without stress. No success worth having ever is. But I kind of don't believe that. I kind of believe that, you can really get something awesome in your life and not have to work so hard for it. I don't think it has to be that difficult all the time. All right. Hi, Ariel. It's good to see you, sweetheart. You can tinkle anytime. And come and visit afterwards. Sweet dreams when you get there. Thanks so much for coming by and saying hi. And yeah, private name, you can get a yes or no. Excuse me. Oh, you're so welcome, sugar. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Yeah, just, remind him that that's just not the truth. Sorry he feels that way. How can we fix it? That's all you got to do to make it right. You know that. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm sure everything's okay, and if it's not, they can fuck around and find out. Part of my friend's YouTube. Should I message my crush? It's been since Christmas that we smoked. Wow. I'm dyslexic, sorry. I was talking to him. Yeah, you should message your crush. Let's see what the cards say. But yeah, you should message him if it feels right and it doesn't trigger you and it brings you joy. Knowing that your message will bring them joy, and then just leave it there, just don't worry about where it goes. Just be expecting a response that pleases you. Well, since we smoked. Yeah, I've been a little bit dyslexic tonight too. I think I just need a nap. I just need a nap. So yes, the spirit is saying yes, you should message your crush. Tell them that you miss their energy, you want to hang out, you hope they're doing well. This is a time for enjoying achievements, rewards, and prosperity. The situation develops calmly and allows you to appreciate your happiness. It gently transforms the situation so that you're given an ideal frame of mind, a necessity for any truth. So yeah, message them and enjoy whatever it is that you guys have, Spirit says it might take from now to 8 to 9 months, but a meeting with an influential person significantly changes your attitude towards the situation. Changes enter your life, but they do so smoothly. They fill you with clarity and simplicity. There will be dynamic and pleasant developments bringing you immense joy. So anywhere from now to 9 months, I feel like the clarity that you're seeking in regards to this person will be a bit life-changing, and maybe even through them, you are going to find out some new things about yourself as well as them that will bring you some joy. It can't rain all the time. Just be mindfully aware of the fact that, whatever it is that's happening in your connection, it's coming back to you threefold in a way that pleases you. Where attention goes, attention flows. So if you focus on the intentions and the attention of it being a circumstance that pleases you, show it come back to you in that way as well. I don't know why it works like that, but excuse me. I'm allergic to peanut butter, and someone ate peanut butter. And I'm so depressed about it because I love peanut butter cookies. They're like my favorite cookies, and I'm not sure I can eat them ever again. I guess now Snickerdoodles is my favorite cookie. I'm so glad that you really like this person. So, no, I hope he won't ignore my message. I'm pretty sure he's a much better person than that. So we got to keep him there at that level. Expect his integrity and his responses to be good. Have his responses been good in the past? Has his integrity been good in the past? Then keep in the frame of mind that that's the person that's showing up to you. It's a person who responds well. A person who is caring. I don't get the energy that they're the kind of person who's not going to care. Yeah, you need to tell them that you want to connect with them more, even if it's just on a friend level. People got to have friends, even if they're dating, married, committed. We got, 'cause you got to have friends. so important. And more people are not becoming friends. Why? Oh, that's so sweet. Tell them that. That will warm their heart. I promise. Oh, you're so welcome, Private Name. Thank you for coming by tonight. Thanks for being a subscriber and liking the live and trusting me with your questions. Just trust your inner compass. Sometimes it can be difficult to follow the inner compass of the heart because of all the limiting beliefs and circumstances that are put on us by society and the nature of things now. I can't believe it's almost 3 a.m. I wonder how much more time I have on the iPad. 34%. Hi, Spirit. What's your name? Were you outside on the porch? Yes? Did you knock over my plant? I guess because I did ask you guys earlier if you can show me your physical form. Were you trying to show me your physical self or your physical strength? What's your name, Spirit? What do you like to be called? Are you here now? Oh, that was so sweet of Ariel to come by and say hi. I love it. I love it in the middle of the night when people get up to go pee and they think of me. And just stop by to say hi. Did it just say storm? Did it really just say storm? Is there a storm? Spirit, is there anything that you would like to say to us tonight that's important? Why can't you sleep because of your knees? Do your knees hurt? You need to get some knee pads. Or put some pillows under your knees. Did the spirit box really just say can't? You sound like you're in a lot of pain. Sometimes I can't sleep because of my bad knee. So what I do is I'll check and touch the knee and see if it's hot or if it's cold. If the knee feels cold while it's in pain, I'll put a hot compress on it like a heating pad. If the knee feels hot, I will put an ice pack on it for a little bit, like 5-10 minutes, and then put the warm compress. Sometimes sometimes I'll have to put like a pillow under the knee and take a combination of Tylenol and aspirin at the same time. Or if you like before ibuprofen, take that. I think you can take ibuprofen and Tylenol together too. CBD salve might help. I'm currently working out making a new recipe to make a salve that will help with pain again. Because I used to like keep a lot of CBD salve we made in the house, but I mean I've got some still. But I think I want to add some more things to it. Some more like medicinal, holistic medicines than just CBD. I mean, normally you get the shots. I don't know if I could do the shots, man. That shit scares me. I mean, I don't know why I say it scares me since I've done like B12 injections. You know, that have a needle that's this long. And given it to myself. Right in the hip, but I use the herbal medicine and cream, but no more. Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on this salve, and you know, we'll see if it helps. So far, so good. I mean, if I'm not having to take any over-the-counter NSAIDs, and it's helped, great. But I kind of want to just add a little bit more to it to see if I can make it be more like longer lasting. The pain relief. My knee issue is I have a meniscal tear in the right knee. So it's not always something that bothers me all the time, but it's something that bothers me all the time. But yet it's not, because I've become so used to the pain, but I hate when it keeps going up at me. It's horrible. So when you touch your knee, is it hot or is it cold? Just curious. Like without any creams or sprays or pads? Are you seeing like a chiropractor regularly at all? I don't know when you're laying down. Cool now? And it's in pain at the same time? Yeah, you just gotta get like a knee pillow or something. You gotta get like, you know, sometimes what I would do is if the regular square pillow under the knee didn't go well, I'll just take a towel and roll it up so that it's can just lay right under the knee, so it's a little bit like, you know, bent, but also at the same time supported. Because I noticed that like if my knee is hurting and I don't have that support for the back of it, oh my god, it's really bad. Yeah, unbearable pain. Yeah. So, you might just need also a wedge. Have you tried raising the whole leg above the heart? knee is hurt you worse than kidney stones have. Yeah, you need to get that knee up. Get some pillows under it, even if you've got 1 or 2, 3, like, you gotta get the knee and the leg up. Also, another great method for fixing that knee is like, I'm pretty sure you've had physical therapy, but doing that stretch where like you've stretched you've made your foot straight, kind of like the way, let's just say my hand is my foot, instead of just having the foot, you know, like you actually, it will strengthen some of those muscles throughout that knee calf and the back of the thigh. Might be able to help, but don't be doing that. The knee hurts. It's going to be easier and probably better and more comforting if you just massage it gently. But you really need to get the knee up. You need to get something supporting that weight. Yeah, elevating both knees would be great, because then you're taking off the pressure that's coming from both knees not being well supported. So having some kind of support. Have you ever seen those pillows and they're round and they're kind of long and like I can't. They're almost like an arm rest kind of pillow. Even a pillow like that would be great, but you might need a wedge or something like that as well. You know, you just might need a pillow like that for behind the knees, or even behind the neck. That's like something I would use, or like I said, a wedge. I don't know how often. Yeah, Spirit agrees with the wedge. You know, I don't know how often you. I don't know how often you raise your feet above your heart level, but that can also help a lot with inflammation, especially good for the heart as well. Yeah, you need both of them. There, that's what you need. You need both of them. You need the wedge pillow, and you need the round pillow. They make them even bigger than that. I think they've got 6, 8, 10, and 12 inches. Maybe even bigger. Maybe even like 16 inches. Maybe 15. Wow. Yeah, because you're in pain, so it keeps you waking you up at night. Yes. So exhausting, too. I can't sleep more than 6 hours. I try, but I can't because of the chronic pain. Eventually, you kind of like just become used to it, but then you have the days that are like the worst. Like now you're having that moment, but I'm gonna definitely work on that self. And if it's as good as I hope it to be, maybe you can get some on Etsy, because that's where I'm going to sell it. Unless I'm capable of doing my own website thing. I've been thinking of just moving everything to my own website, but at the same time, it's like no one's going to go to the website anyway, so I don't really have a website, but I don't know. It seems like there's some options through YouTube though. Like if I were to get a Shopify and then I could connect it to my Etsy store, connect it to my own website, or connect it to my eBay. I don't know. I got a lot to think about in regards to that. You've not had any good rest in months. Wow. Are you capable or able to get medical marijuana over there in Floribama or wherever you're at? Okay, and do you know? I mean, are you capable? Can you go and get it? Like, you know, you just might need something a little bit higher in THC. Okay. You just might need something a little bit more, something that cause it, okay, so because Georgia doesn't have a distributor with my particular medical card, I would actually have to go to Alabama or Florida to get my stuff. So instead of doing that, because I don't have that option, I'll actually order through a distribution center that shows me all the labs and shows me what the strain is. I can read reviews that other people have experienced for doing, you know, who are doing the CBD and the herb that I'm getting. And I like that because at least I can get something to help me, like with my ADHD and to help me with my chronic pain. But I realized that I can't do sativas because of my ADHD. Either with ADHD, it's either I work too hard or I don't work at all. I sleep too hard or I don't sleep at all. I eat too much or I don't eat at all. You know, it's either all or nothing. So I have to balance myself out in between days. So if I do a sativa, I'm not gonna sleep. But I'm also not gonna get the relaxation that I need. I'll get too over hyper focused and aware. Then I can do some hybrids, but hybrids kind of make me feel loopy. It's like I don't know whether to drop dead or go run the Indy 500 or whatever, or something like that. But indica, yeah, would be my choice. And you might just need a strain that's 29% plus. I have to get THCA. And then I use a PAX, which is a dry vape herb, to vape it. Or I will make a tea out of it. Or I will make a salve out of it. Which I have a bunch of CBD salve and all that stuff, so I don't really make anything out of it, but yeah, I prefer an indica. But well, yeah, because it's legal there. It's not legal here. I hate it. Georgia's one of the first. Georgia is where the medical marijuana bill was created. It sat on the desk of some idiot in the justice system since 1979. All they have to do is sign it. And they still have not signed it. It really pisses me off. As a medical marijuana advocate, we don't, or marijuana advocate, they don't even have they don't have dispensaries. They don't have anyone set up to do, anything in regards to making it available for. They don't have any growers yet or anything like that. So when you have a medical marijuana card here, you have to go to other states. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Colorado. Yeah. It's been legal for years though. This is a very keep them down kind of state. Oh yeah, I agree. Like I could have a CBD business here, right? And I could be making bank. I'm highly educated in this medicine, okay, and experience. But if I want to open a CBD business, I can't just open a CBD business. I don't even know if it's legal for me to sell, the jar of CBD salve I have, so I don't sell it. I just give it to friends as a gift. But to have a CBD business here, you have to pay them $50,000 for an application. And just because you pay the $50,000 doesn't mean that you're going to get accepted. And if you don't get accepted, well, they don't give you your $50,000 back. Yeah, I'm telling you. It's unfathomable. It's unfathomable to me that I can go down the cigarette aisle and get a cigarette, and someone who's not even in legal age can sell it to me. But it's incredibly ridiculous to me that I can't just, go to a dispensary here and do the same thing. Well, I will have to say it is really nice to be able to get the medicinal help that I need and not have to worry about, like, going to some creep. And I can see the labs. I can see the reviews. But see, we can't go to vape stores here and find it either. Like, they've started to sell, a different kind of medicinal THC that is very helpful. But they changed their minds. Like, they made it legal, and then a month later they were like, never mind. It's ridiculous. But because of the Hemp Act, because of the CBD Hemp Act, the Cannabis Hemp Act, they can't really stop you from ordering it through USPS. Georgia laws are jacked up. I know a lot of my friends from Tennessee are like, oh, Tennessee, it's been taken hostage by the GOP with a stockpile of illegal guns, but Tennessee is not so much the same way, okay? Because in Tennessee, I can walk into a shop and I can buy lab-tested, lab-grown THCA. I can walk into a dispensary and get a job. I can go and work at I can go and work at a place like that and make $20 an hour. I can't do that here. And also be selling products that, see, here it's more like, they make it like a hippie shop kind of thing, and it's got incense and sex toys and pipes and bongs and vapes. But it never really has anything there that you really want. Yeah, Georgia's laws are stricter than Tennessee, and you can move to Tennessee and buy a house and be rich like that, whether you're low income, below low income, or even middle class. Tennessee right now, I don't care what anybody says, is probably the best real estate in the whole country right now. It's just what I'm seeing. Like, probably the best investment you could make for a lifetime. Because everybody wants to move to Nashville to be a rock star. Yeah, that's where I live. I live on the Chattahoochee River in Roswell. So you know how fucking haunted it is here. Pardon my French. I mean, there are so many creepy stories here. It's not even funny, and I just don't even know why I'm still here. And the history. The history is so creepy and so freaky. And Chattanooga is interesting to me too because it's half Georgia, half Tennessee. And Chattanooga is like, it's got Kaiser. So if I'm gonna keep on Kaiser with healthcare, you know, and I move to Tennessee, I can just drive to Chattanooga. Why is there a Roswell, Tennessee that I don't know about? I really should not bite my nails. I'm trying so hard to like stop biting my nails. It's been kind of a lifelong habit though. Yeah, Georgia. Yep, that's where I'm from. Currently. I don't know how much you know about the history here, but it's quite strange. Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. I'm right outside of Atlanta. It's Atlanta and then Roswell. And Roswell is the hold on. Yeah, Roswell is right outside Atlanta. And it's where Sherman came to take Atlanta. He set up his troops here, set up everything he needed to set up to take Atlanta. And that's why I feel like this is quite possibly Death Road. Death Road, not Row. And I can see why the land covers so much space for dead bodies, because I actually sometimes wonder if they overlooked or if they're just not telling us that, you know, this is the mass grave that they had for the Civil War. Yeah, Georgia's incredibly haunted. Some people will say, so do you really think that Savannah is the most haunted state? I mean, most haunted city in the state or country? No, not really. I really feel Atlanta is definitely. South Georgia is very, very reclusive. In fact, I'm surprised that South Georgia, there on the coast where Savannah is, has not been turned yet into a little LA. But then Atlanta's the LA of the South, so I mean, you know, but with that stretch of beach and that stretch of land there, I mean, I'm just surprised. It's also interesting though that Georgia, out of all the other states in the country, is the most reclusive. Like, you would think that maybe Alabama would be. You'd think maybe Arkansas or one of those bumfuck places like, pardon my French, like Alaska. Nope, it's Georgia. For as many millions of people that are here, it's the most reclusive and the most, what was the word I was looking for? For it being so overpopulated, it's actually not as populated as you would think as other places like, say, Alaska or bumfuck nowhere, Utah. Well, yeah, and Georgia, you know, all that starts here. The Trail of Tears and everything, all the way up into the Appalachian. I mean, Atlanta is like the foothills of the North Georgia mountains. I guess what possessed me to come to Atlanta is that it used to have a really great music scene for rock and roll. But that's dead now. So I thought, oh, started YouTube. That'll help me with my music. Oh, I'll start doing tarot on YouTube. Maybe that will help me with my music. Maybe that'll help me make some dreams come true. But at least I'm not hungry. Thank God. They say feral people live in the mountains in North Carolina and Georgia. I'm sure they do, honey. I wouldn't put it past them. Come on, Deliverance. They made a movie about it in the 70s. I know you've heard of Deliverance. That's why people are like, why don't you just go and rent a house like where it's cheap out in North Atlanta and north of Atlanta? No. I would not want to be caught dead in the booties of Georgia. You want to see them up close? You want to see them up close? Are you insane? Well, you can leave me out of it. You can leave me out of it, man. No. I do not want to see them up close. I would much rather be in crazy downtown Atlanta than anywhere close to feral people that live outside anywhere. Especially the Carolinas and Georgia. Hell no. I'll never forget when I was like trying to desperately find us a place to live. Before we had to move into the U-Haul temporarily. And I was frantically trying to keep this apartment at the time. It was just ridiculous. Like, during COVID, the landlord raised the rent like $500 and didn't improve anything. It's really made life even more difficult. And the lady at Atlanta Legal Aid was like, well, why don't you move out to Rockmart? Why don't you move out to Clayton County? Or I'm like, you know, this is Klan country she's talking about. Like, I ain't moving out to no woods with no. Living in Woodstock, Georgia was enough. And living, anywhere close to that is too much. I just can't think about how scary it would be to have. Do I like it away from people? Well, I have agoraphobic. I'm a recovering agoraphobic. So I don't really know how to answer that question. Other than, I don't really want to run into anyone or anything that remotely resembles the people from Deliverance. And you bring up the feral people, and that's exactly what the people were in Deliverance. I know about these feral people in the woods. And I also know that there's definitely Bigfoot here. I've heard them, I smelled them, I've seen them. They're more likely called skunk ape in Florida. Yeah, it's interestingly weird. Like, one night I was packing up to go somewhere. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, I had actually seen one at the window when living in Woodstock. It didn't do anything. It just stood at the window and looked at me. But hearing them is different, you know, when they're knocking on trees and breaking wood and looking for something to eat. But they also have a sound that I'm not so certain that they've recorded in history. I was not able to record it, but I knew it was them out there in the woods. But they made this like angelic, sound that like sounds like angels. I don't know if it's their mating call. It was like springtime. I don't know if they know how to sing. Maybe one was singing to their baby, or they were singing to each other from across the woods. Yeah, but I gotta go to bed. It's so late, and my iPad's gonna die in a minute. Yeah, I'm at like 6%. So, I'm gonna go to sleep. Sasquatch talk, yes. Yes. Sassy Squatch talk. I would rather meet Bigfoot than feral people. And that's saying something. They're both feral people, but at the end of the day, it's like, at least a Bigfoot's not gonna follow me. I remember when I was a kid and a skunk ape was being chased through the woods outside our house, and my Great Dane had notified us that there was something at the back door. My mom opened the curtains and it was a skunk ape, and it took off into the woods, and then we saw a bunch of guys with guns going after it, and my mom had just stopped them and was like, what the hell's going on? And they're like, stay in the house. Put the dogs and the baby away. It's skunk ape. It was skunk ape. Skunk ape is a version of Bigfoot. And, of course, they never caught it. You know, you get a bunch of 65-year-olds who have not seen a gym in 20 years chasing after a beast like that. Yeah, skunk ape. It's another southern thing. Skunk ape. The skunk ape is a large and hairy, human-like mythical creature purported to inhabit the forests and swamps in the southeastern United States, most notably in Florida. But yeah, it's Florida's Bigfoot. See, this guy even says he spotted one as a kid. Where did I see that? I'll link you into the... And the most terrifying thing about the skunk ape or the Bigfoot is its eyes reflect red. So if you are in the woods or you are somewhere at nighttime and it's come out, you know, you might only see that it is its eyes, and you might not see the eyes because they're so tall. Well, I hope your knees feel better. I hope you feel better and have a good time reading that when you get some time. Yeah, I mean, I've seen one. I've heard them. Maybe they can't catch them. Thank God they can't catch them. Can you imagine us humans taking them in for entertainment, keeping it in a cage? Gosh, I bet it's already happening somewhere. We just don't know it. All right. Well, have a good night and be safe. Thank you everyone who came by tonight. Thank you everyone who donated, asked a question, liked the live, became a subscriber, became a member, hung out. I really appreciate y'all. And thanks, Bobble Dangler, for buying Travis's salad. We appreciate it. Glad you're feeling better, Dwayne. Yeah, get those knees up. Uppity up, up, up. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Much love to you all. Kalanita. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. I'll be back tomorrow. Good night.